There she goes. Wow. Perfect. Well, what's going on, guys? We're going to get our mill table loaded up, and we're going to head to the back this morning and grab that big log that I cut down a couple of weeks ago. See if we can't get that thing milled up and out of the way of the trails. So it's going to be a job. That thing is heavy, and we're going to attempt to roll it up onto the bench, and if it doesn't want to, then we'll just mill it on the ground. Thanks for watching. The more of this I continue to do, the more of a routine I have started to develop, and it is getting easier. Now, this is hard work. I'm not going to kid anybody about that. From putting the tree on the ground, trimming it all out, and then getting it ready to mill, this is a job. Sawmill's loaded up. Let's take it to the woods. Log skidder, a log truck, and golf cart. We've got a lot of use out of this machine. I am trying my level best not to have to drill or put any type of steel up in these top runners so I can refrain from getting a chainsaw chain or even a skill saw run into that. I'll open it up and see what we need here. And then once we have the log up here on the table, then it really is a nice stable platform to be able to work along, and nice comfortable working height. Make sure those guys are tight. That is going to make a lot of material. Now my only concern here is dragging straight down on this. I'm going to back the mule up just a little bit more to give it a little more angle. And I may even have to run this up on a couple of half rounds to bring the nose of the mule up. We want this to roll up pretty easy. Again, it's heavy. Get that out of the way. Well, not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Perfect. I am glad I don't have to mill this down on the ground, because I was not looking forward to that. And again, this oak material is just absolutely tough to get through, even in the best of conditions. So having it up here to better work height, definitely a plus. Let's get this stuff unrolled and we'll see if we can get the mill set up. Thank you, Mule. Since this tree is considerably older than the stuff that I'm used to milling, I'm going to go ahead and check this with a metal detector. Make sure we don't have any type of steel in here. It'll cut through lead bullets fine, but if you have a jacketed bullet or something like that, that could definitely get to your chain. Make sure it's working. I think we're all good there. Definitely don't want to get any of that dirt into the chain. Oh, that might not be too bad. about 30 more logs milled, and I'm going to know what I might be doing. Let me get this bark stripped off of here a little bit. Then we'll get our rails set up. And this is definitely where this table comes in handy, being able to move this stuff around once you need to. And it has done a good job. Did you see it grunt though when we put this log on there? Wow, this guy is heavy. And definitely get all that dirt and stuff out of there. And that's another thing as to why I have not tried to skid these logs. If you skid them, removing the bark, or if you had the availability to power wash it, because you get that dirt in the chain and we're already working the saw at its limit, you're going to spend a lot of time sharpening or replacing chains on your chainsaw. I made another trip back up to the house. My paintbrush is not removing as much of that as I want it to. So I brought down 2 wire brushes I'm going to try. Standard wire brush. Yeah, that's working pretty good. And I also grabbed the wire brush from the blacksmith shop up there. Let's see how this guy does. All of that we can get out of here is going to help protect our chain better, and it's an 84 tooth chain on the 25-inch bar. So when I have to sharpen it, it does take some time. So anything I can do to save that, I'm willing to try. Like I said, I'm learning. Get all of that out of here. And this is in behind the bark. Now I did not skid this tree, so we laid it down and just simply put it on the skids where it was at. And this is all of what is behind the bark after the bugs and decay and things like that's been happening to the tree over the years. That's quite a bit. I'm going to get it cleaned up and I won't want to mill it. It'd make a great post, right? We've got it cleaned up now. And that is quite a bit of bark laying on the ground. I've got this log laying crown up. Let me get these guys set up here where we take very little. The good stuff away. from start to finish here. Tank and a half of fuel to get through this. Definitely, again, no shortage of sawdust. I've got a pretty good idea what I'm going to do with this half round. Wow. Bring you up here and show you this. Well, I'll tell you, square it up and leave it for a beam. Man, that thing looks great. I did have a few humps in it from the saw getting through. Our next plank will be smoother. Look at that. Well, we've got our second plank done now. And I tell you what, this log is as solid as it can absolutely be. Shims are there. Let's see how we've done. Oh, that's heavy. Wow. So we're 12 feet long. This one is about 17 inches wide here and 2 inches thick. And the only knot that I have hit in this tree so far, this log, is right here on the end. And I mean, it's right there. A lot smoother cut through this time. Wow. I don't know what we're going to do with this, but I'll tell you what, whatever we do, it'll last a long time. A little rough on my exit down here. You see some ridges. Boy, the rest of it just looks fantastic. Like I said, guys, that would make a fantastic beam. Exposed. You could do anything you wanted to do with that. Continue to slab it off. Boy, what a picnic table, right? I mean, this thing would make a fantastic 3 feet, 4 feet wide picnic table, and would last a lifetime. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to get some of the sawdust off of me. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one. We'll see what else we can get into. I have to go up here and wash the mule, get some of the sawdust off of it. It's covered up.